Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in on the live stream. Wait, how many of there are you? 22. Okay, not bad. Wait, can you all hear me? Say yes if you can hear me. Okay. Yes. Okay, cool. And comment where you're streaming from, because I want to know. Good morning, Paula, Abigail. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is do a quick Q&A first, and then we'll move on to something else probably. So yeah, ask me anything. Danielle, it's 3 a.m. Are you crazy? You should be sleeping. All right. So Q&A, fire off your questions. I'll answer anything. Laura, have you ever played with braces? No, I haven't. Thank God. It's practically impossible to play with braces, so I never got them. Fox Rain 04, did you have lunch yet? No, and I didn't really eat breakfast either, but actually I made myself mochi here. If you guys been following my Instagram, I made these a little while ago and posted the recipe. They're really, really good, and I'm addicted. Is that new glasses? No, I've always had glasses. I just never wear them. Laura, what are your daily warm-up exercises? That's interesting question actually, because I will be talking about it later. So I'll be able to answer your question a bit later. What do you do to distract yourself in quarantine? Watch Netflix and play Animal Crossing. All right, so this mochi, I don't know if you can see, but it's kinako flavored. And the recipe for this is really easy. You can just search it up on YouTube. Ayukashi, hi. It's really good. It tastes really good. And You can basically add anything you want. Hi, Lucky 30. Shostakovich. It's an interesting name. Shostakovich, I microwaved this one, so it's really, really, really easy. And yeah, you can add red bean paste or someone said you could try Nutella with it. I haven't tried it, but it sounds pretty good. How long have you been playing flute for? I think like 15 years. Yes. Okay. I hope you guys are all staying safe at home recently. And I almost forgot to say Happy Easter. What are you guys doing for Easter? What am I drinking? It's nothing special, it's just orange juice. Ma Angeli, happy birthday. I guess it sucks you can't have a normal birthday party. But happy birthday to you anyways. Practice in my backyard. Wait, you mean you practice in your backyard? But why? Ray H. Thank you. I love you too. How many of you guys play instruments? And have you been practicing more since the quarantine or less? Nice. Flute and piccolo. I never say that I play piccolo, even though I kind of can, because I used to hate it so much. No one ever wanted to play piccolo in my uni. Midoriya, my favorite anime. I have like 100 favorite animes. I really like Naruto, One Piece, and Hunter x Hunter. Yes. D True Asian, classical guitar and recorder. You really shouldn't be playing recorder. I'm just joking, by the way. Charlie Tran, what is your favorite K-pop group? It is obviously BTS. Yeah. Mr. Sheep Derp, if you didn't learn flute, what would you play? That's a good question, actually. I also play piano. I'm not very good at it. But if not piano, then I would probably pick violin. Yeah. Because you miss out on a lot of good repertoire if you play flute. Like, we don't have any pieces by Beethoven or Debussy or Tchaikovsky or anything like that. And it kind of sucks sometimes, but yeah. Jeffrey GD, what time is it in your country? So I live in Australia and it is 12 past 12 p.m. at the moment. Okay, so I did say before that we will be doing something else as well. So today I'm going to go through my favorite flute books of all time, like the ones that I use every day for practice. Danielle, have you ever played in an orchestra? Yes, I have. Wish I did it more, but yeah, I have before. Orlando Monna? I don't speak French. I wish I could. It sounds really nice, but yeah, I don't know how to speak any French at all. Kim Yuri, do you have any tips for stopping shoulder and jaw pain when playing the flute? If you have shoulder and jaw pain, you're probably either your posture is not right or you have too much tension in your body, so you have to try and relax and not push or tense any muscles. Okay. All right, so my flute books. I have quite a few. How many do I have here? I have like 5. I have about 5. And some of them are really, really, really thick. Okay, so let's see. These ones. Where is it? All right. These ones here are all by the same person called Trevor Y. Yeah, here it is, Trevor Y. And these two as well. So if you haven't heard of him and you play the flute, then I don't know what you've been doing, because his books are really, really good. Araceli Espinosa. I speak a little bit of Japanese. A little bit. Ray H. Yes, I used to teach English in Japan, but I wasn't fluent in Japanese because we didn't have to speak Japanese for the job, so only English. Okay, so let's have a look. So the first one, this blue one here, what does it say? This is I think there's a second part to this book. I'm not actually sure because I don't have it. But this will be enough to last you for at least 1 or 2 years, I think. Because there's a lot of stuff in here. It talks about tone, technique, articulation, intonation, and vibrato, breathing and scales, etc., etc. And if you look at it, you find the right page. So rather than being an exercise book, this one is a lot about like the theoretical side of playing flute. So it has really, really long pages of explanations, but it's really good. If you can make yourself read it, it's really useful. And then it will come with a few exercises to help. And it'll give you like step-by-step process on how to achieve, whatever it is you're working on. Ma Angeli Valdez. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but yeah, it's easy to teach English to Japanese people, I guess. The hardest part is probably pronunciation. Yeah. They really struggle to get pronunciation right because it's so different. Okay. Midoriya, are you Australian? Yeah, I guess so. Part Australian, and then I was born in Taiwan. Okay. My favorite YouTuber? Probably PewDiePie and Jenna Marbles. Yes. Paula Abigail, that's okay. Thanks for watching anyways. I'll see you whenever. Okay, so I personally really like this chapter of this book. So this part talks about vibrato, but I think it doesn't just help vibrato, but it helps your tone as well. So you've got the really long explanation there, which I'm not going to read because it'll be here forever. But it tells you how vibrato works, and then there's really, really simple exercises. Okay, so what does it say? Okay, so first it says, by the way, if you have your flute or instrument with you, you can play along as well. Okay. So you want to play some long notes without any vibrato first. Okay. And then when your tone is straight, play a low G, which I'm already doing, with just the left hand, and then place your right hand on your abdomen and push and relax your right hand alternatively. Okay. So you want to just hold your flute up with your left hand and then have your right hand down here. And then when you can do that, do the same thing, but then with both hands. And the movement of air must be continuous, not a series of jerks. Cool. Kim Yuri, what model and company was your first flute? My first flute was Jupiter. I don't remember the model, but it's Jupiter. Okay. So it says, do not assist the vibrato in any way with the throat, lips, arms, or shoulders. Keep still. And this is really important because it makes sure that you're using the right muscles and you're not tensing. Sarah Aiko? How long did it take for you to produce a nice sound on the flute when you started learning? I don't know. It took a while. I'd probably say like a year minimum or 2 years. A year, yeah, 1 year to 2 years. Okay, so now we're going to play the scale of G, pulsing 8 times on each note. And then you just choose a tempo that suits you, so not too fast. Okay. There we go. Okay. So sometimes your note might crack like mine did, and that's okay because you're just experimenting. Eunice Straley, have you ever taught flute? Yes, I have. I have. Emily Chan, thank you for your super chat. I love you too. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so once you've done that and then you get used to it, you can slowly increase the speed. But you have to make sure that each pulse is nice and even, which can take a while. And it's been a really long time since I've looked at these practice books. like since I graduated, actually. So it's a good 5 years. Yeah, so we're going to make it a little bit faster. There we go. So it's starting to sound a bit more like vibrato. Kim Yuri, how do you do circular breathing? I actually have no idea. I don't know how to do circular breathing. So yeah, that's this book here. I'm going to move on to another one. All right, goodbye. Okay. Rosio Ayala. Is that C major? No, that was in G major. Because G major is a nice range on the flute. So I think that's why he wrote the exercise in G major. Okay, so this second one, this pink book, is also really, really good. This is more of a practical book rather than like a theory, flute playing theory kind of book like the blue one. So it's basically all exercises. You don't really have to read anything. It's just all exercises. Pages and pages of exercises. Yep. It's really cool because it also comes with this practice card in the back. Okay, so it will give you like a practice plan. So it plans out your practice for you. Like this one is an intermediate and an advanced one. And it will tell you which exercises you should do and in what order. And it's really, really good. And then you have your lovely practice schedule table thing here. And you can just photocopy this and stick it in your practice room on your wall. And you write in your schedule, or like the exercises that you want to do. You put in the date. There's different types of exercises. There's arpeggios, chromatics, daily exercises, third octave exercises, and then you can just right H, yes, I have used that practice table. Was it very difficult? I studied 3 years actually. The 4th year in Australia, I don't know about other countries, but the 4th year is optional, so I just did 3 years. And it was difficult in some areas, I guess. I found not the practical part, the part where you do all the assignments and exams and oral classes and theory classes, I found those more difficult. Yeah. How do you tune a flute? It's pretty easy, actually. You tune it by either pulling the head joint out or you push the head joint in. So if you're flat, you push it in. If you're sharp, you pull it out. Yeah. Okay. It's really different to like tuning on a string instrument, isn't it? Because I would have no idea how that works. All right, so my favorite exercise from this book is, if I can find it. Oh yeah, here we go. This one. Ayukashi. Are you going to music uni soon? That's really exciting. I don't think you need to be scared. Ethel Sagense. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but it is currently autumn. It's supposed to be autumn here, but it's still 30 degrees. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong, but yeah, it's supposed to be autumn. Okay. All right, so this one is number 2 from 7 daily exercises called Reichart. Also don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, this one. And I like this one because it's a really nice warm-up. You can practice it in a lot of different ways depending on what you want. And it sounds nice. So I always go with this one. Okay. Games 88 Jeep M. Hi. Thank you for joining in. All right, let's go. I haven't done this exercise for like 6 years, so good luck to me. Is it weird that the head joint cork thing is very hard to push in? Yes, sometimes. It depends on the flute, but sometimes this joint will be really tight. If it's too tight, you can either use cork oil or you can actually use like a lead pencil and color it in a bit, which gives it a bit of like it makes it smoother. Okay. Jay Lee, how much money does your flute cost? I don't remember how much money my beginner flute cost, but this one I'm playing now, I think it was about 20,000 AUD. Yeah. It's not cheap. And I played a wrong note. So yeah, it will keep going in between the major scale and then the alternative minor scale, and then it goes through all of the all key signatures, which is really crazy because when you get to the third page, all you see is key signatures like that. And it's honestly a nightmare. And I never really get to the third page. So yeah, and there it is. And you can play that like repeated up an octave if you want to torture yourself. And you can also slow it down as it teaches you here. Like you can do a slow version of it here as well. Okay. Let's try the slow version. There you go. And Orlando Mona, thank you for your lovely message. I'm glad you liked my Sadness and Sorrow cover. Okay. So that's that. Let's see. I remember there was some crazy finger exercise in here. Ah, yes. Here we go. All right, so we've got, this is more of a finger exercise. So it's the major scale exercise. And you can, change this up by doing different articulations and whatnot. So yeah, let's try this one. Mando F1. Can you play guitar? No, I can't. I can't play guitar. I think I would look very funny with a guitar. Just doesn't look like I'm the type of person to play guitar. Do you practice facing the mirror? Yes, I do sometimes. Especially in the beginning when I didn't know what was going on, I would face the mirror and it helps a lot. Sarah Iker, say you have a congested nose, does it affect your playing then? Yes, totally. And it really sucks because I get that really often. And then you can't breathe properly. Emily Chan, can you whistle? No, not really. Not really. All right. Finger exercise. Here we go. I'll probably keep going for like an hour, but it will kill me. Yeah, so that's the finger exercise. And it's probably better to do it with a metronome. Yeah, obviously. Um, What about short breath? Will that affect much, or you would be able to do tricks to hide the shorter gaps? Um, yeah, it definitely helps if you have long breaths. But the trick to hiding your breathing is you don't gasp while you do it, and then you don't move your whole body when you take a breath, and you do it in time. So in time to the music you're playing. So it helps if you practice your breathing while playing your piece to a metronome and then you put in your breaths. If that makes sense. I got hiccups in band before on the day with the practical test. Oh my gosh, that is really bad. Did you have to play? Because that's not possible. You can't play with hiccups. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the last of the Trevor White books, actually, yeah. This purple one. It's really thin, but don't let that fool you, because it's a nightmare on A4 paper. So this one, it's advanced practice. So I wouldn't recommend it to beginners because it's really hard. Yeah, it's mainly for fingering. which I'm not great at, but it's really useful. It's for technique, yeah, to improve your technique. Okay, Ray H. Can you still remember Flookies? Yes, I do. I don't know. Is that supposed to be our fandom name? You have to tell me. That was a very long time ago. I think it's been at least 6 months or more since our last live stream. So it was a very long time ago. All right, while I do this, you can discuss amongst yourselves a fandom name. But okay, I'm going to show first. So they're really short, but you're supposed to repeat them 4 times for each bar. And then there's like alternate notes so you can sub into it to make it like a different set of fingerings again, or different pattern. And if you play flute, you'll know that these are really tricky, or they can be really tricky. Let me find a really hard one. I mean, I don't know why I would do that, but here we go. So this one here, I really hate it because it's on the low C, and you have to keep switching the fingering from low C to other notes, which you will understand if you play flute is a nightmare because you have to control your pinky from down here and then come up back and forth between these 2 keys, which is really, really hard. It's one of the worst fingerings to do. Ayukashi, where's Cookies? Do you mean my little plushie Cookie? If that's what you mean, he's not here right now. He's in my room eating cookies. Okay, let's try this really, really hard fingering that I know I'm going to butcher. Wait, where'd it go? I just lost the page. Oh, here it is. Wow, some of you really like the Naruto Sadness and Sorrow song, don't you? All right. So the first one is C natural to D. So it will be like this. Oh god, that last one is really hard. And if you have an open flute like mine, it's going to be even harder. And this one, I would suggest not to practice for too long because it can be like quite a bit of stress on your hand. Sue Sunny, Weirdo Official. Hi from Perth. Wow, you're also living in Australia. That's awesome. All right, what happened to our fandom name, guys? Did we settle on Flukies or? Shostakovich, what's your favorite orchestral piece to play? Good question. I think my favorite flute part or flute solo is probably Beethoven's Symphony Number 7. Yeah. Even though I haven't actually played that before in an orchestra. But that's probably my favorite one. I don't know if I remember it. I think something like that. If you don't know that symphony, you are living under a rock. You need to go listen to it now. Ayukashi, no dame cantabile. Yes, that is probably the reason why I like it so much. How many pieces do you have to perform for a standard flute exam? Usually 4, roughly. Around 4. So it's actually really tiring. Sometimes you have to play like in like entire sonata or concerto. So it's non-stop playing for about 15 minutes or so. Soraya Goodridge, how good do you think you are at sight reading? I'm really, really bad at sight reading, and I always have been. I just gave up on it. I read really slow for some reason. So yeah, that's this exercise. I mean, this book. Okay. So that's the Trevor Y books done. I use those ones the most. Yeah. Leah Mauhay, what's your strong point with playing the flute? That's a good question. Probably tone. I think I've been told that I have a nice tone. Okay, so these are the last 2 books that I have. I don't use these as much, but they're still really good. So this one is Moise, I think. Yeah, Moise. It's a classic. And this one is, I can't even read. Like, it's probably French. I can't even pronounce it, but yeah, there you go. Okay, so the Moise one is kind of just like scales and arpeggios and stuff like that. I'll have some weird stuff like whole tone scales, just unconventional finger patterns that you can practice. and like augmented fifths. Is that what it is? Yeah. Augmented fifth arpeggios, stuff like that. Shan, what tips do you have for clear tone and clear sound? Well, actually do these practice books every day. Especially these two, the travel wide books. They have a lot of tone exercises in them. And if you just do 10 minutes every day, you'll see a big improvement. Rocio Ayala, how do you deal with pressure at an audition or when you play for an exam? Honestly speaking, I'm really bad with dealing with pressure, but I would suggest that you over-prepare and you set a deadline for yourself that you have to make sure that everything's polished by that date, and then you practice it a lot in front of people like friends or family, or you can just do performance practice by yourself at home. Okay. All right, this book this book has daily exercises as well. So the different exercises will have like different things to work on, and they'll be all in like different keys and stuff like that. So usually I just pick one or two to do a day. Yeah, I wouldn't do more than that. Otherwise it just drives me insane. Can do one, I guess. How long did I learn the piano? Longer than the flute. So maybe like 18 years. But then I also stopped when I went to uni. So yeah, I guess I'm not really playing anymore. Sean, can you please put links to the books in the description or the names? Sure, I can definitely do that. I'll leave the information for those books in the description box or something after this. All right, this is the last exercise I'm going to do. So I think that's enough exercises for a day. There you go. And then you just need to play that and all of the different key signatures. And then you're done. How do you get such a clear and strong sound? I did these exercises every day, especially long tone exercises. I actually did a video on that a little while ago. So I would just practice long notes at the beginning of my practice session every day. So yeah, that's the exercise. And then you go up as well. So yeah, I hope that helped. Wingardium Uwu. Why did you choose to play the flute? I chose the flute because it was really shiny and sparkly. And I was about 10 years old at the time, so. Danielle, how many hours a day do you practice? I actually hardly practice these days. It's really bad. But when I was in uni, I practiced average about 5 hours every day. Yeah. Your playing is so calming. Thank you. That's nice to know. I'm actually working on a new video idea that will probably finish soon, maybe in 2 weeks. It's gonna be relaxing flute music. So I hope you guys will like it. All right. I'm gonna have to be ending the live stream in about a minute or two. So it's been like an hour, I think. So yeah. Are you practicing any repertoire right now? No, not really. I only practice the cover songs, and that's about it. I haven't really played classical repertoire for a very long time. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining in on the live stream. I really appreciate it. Should probably do this more often. And yes, I can speak Chinese. Ni hao. I speak Chinese with my family, so I am fluent. Cool. So I guess we are flukies now. Is it set? Is that what I'm gonna be calling you from now on? I'm happy with that name. It's nice. It's really cute. All right, flukies. It's been awesome hanging out. I hope you look forward to my next videos. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed and have the notifications on. Shostihovich. 早安. Thanks for your message. All right, guys, I'm going to see you next time. Bye.